Hey, yo, it's Hip Hop DJ Deternal 88. What's going on, y'all? So, recently, about 9 days ago, I made a video about 42 Doug saying in a post on his story, I think it was, that Detroit still stands with Big Meech. And I was kind of wondering why he done so. I kind of figured it's come from he's from Detroit, probably looked up to Big Meech. Well, now 50 Cent just posted today and already deleted it, which I'm sure he just did that because he realizes the blogs picked it all up and all that kind of shit. So he just deletes it because everybody already picks it up. That's what I'm assuming, because he does that a lot. I don't know, unless I just go in there as a glitch and then I go back in and it's back up. It just seems strange sometimes. But either way, that's besides the point. He basically was saying that 42 Doug made a mistake by giving Big Meech 100 grand when he got out. But if it was a mistake, that's for 50 to say. You know what I mean? There still isn't, even after the 1090 Jake video, there still isn't enough proof necessarily out there to prove that Big Meech did any kind of telling at all. I guess he set the girl up with Cuffy and all that, and set Cuffy up with a Mexican guy and all that crap, but there's no like proof of it anywhere. The only proof of it is Cuffy saying that he set him up with the guy, and Tammy Cowins being cool with Meech and saying this. This was her response to Cuffy's nephew when Cuffy approached her. Well, Cuffy's nephew approached her on the phone, called her, whatever, and said, hey, you need to get Cuffy out of this shit. This was her response to him.
You need to fix this shit to get Cuffy at home, get Cuffy home or whatever. But this Tammy was responsible. Meech is a friend of mine. I really want to see Meech get out of jail.
Shout out to Sean G YouTube. Go check that out. He got a dope channel. But yeah, so that her response was saying she wants Meech out of jail. She don't think he deserves to be in there. And then after that, he went on to say, Cuffy's nephew went on to say, well, do you think that Cuffy deserves to be in jail? Why does Meech not deserve to be? But he does. They were doing the same kind of things, and she just got quiet. And then that was when she went ahead and got like the protection order and all that stuff, and her name and shit got closed in it, and Cuffy didn't get bail, right? So this whole shit is just like really kind of confusing at the end of the day. Like, did Big Meech, is he really considered a rat for this? If he is considered that, he's the smartest one to ever do it.
We'd have been out at Meech. But they played a cold game. I give it to her. And they was playing chess and we was playing chess.
Now, I'm going to be honest. If it was me, technically the rules to the street is if there's no proof of somebody telling, no paperwork, no none of that, these are like jail rules and shit, then you can't put that on somebody's name. But it's already on Big Meech's name. But if you ask me, honestly, this woman could have done that without Big Meech even knowing that that's what her thing was to do. Nobody knows why Big Meech and Tammy fell out. If you ask me, I have a theory. I could be wrong, but they may have fell out because once Big Meech found out that she was setting people up, then he cut her off. He may not have known that because he may have been just doing deals in jail thinking, this is how I'm going to keep money going for me and my family while I've been here, is have her do deals with people out here. He was setting Cuffy up with the Mexican guy, setting Cuffy up with Tammy. So he was really trying to make moves. But then the theory of mine is maybe he didn't know that she was telling, because females do some wild shit. She could have been doing this to get him out, thinking once she goes and tells him, because if you watch the 1090 Jake video, he said that she was going to tell Big Meech driving to the jail and about how, like, what could she do to like cover up the fact that she told, or like how could she like stay safe or whatever. But she could have been actually going there to tell him that she did this to get him out of jail, thinking he would be happy. And I know she didn't get to visit him, but maybe that's why she didn't get to visit him. Like, honestly, like, think about it. He could be, if I was Big Meech, I would just come out and say this even if it wasn't true. Because think about it. He could just come out and be like, hey, I had no clue that this woman was going to tell. Once she did, I cut her off. Once I realized it, I cut her off. Because honestly, that's how it looks, because women do things like that. Like, she's thinking she's doing him a favor by getting his sentence reduced. But really, he was getting out in a couple years anyway. You know what I mean? He was getting ready to get out anyway. And if y'all think about it, if he did all this time, almost 20 years or whatever he did, somewhere around there, why wouldn't he have just told in the beginning if he was going to tell at all? Now, they're saying that he was doing drug deals from jail, but that was never proved. There's no paperwork saying he ever did any drug deals from jail that I know of. If there is paperwork out there, I don't know about it. Yeah, so to me, if he was going to tell, you think he would have just done it from the beginning. You know what I mean? He would have just told in the very beginning. It makes no sense to tell after all these years, unless he really was getting in more trouble for making deals from jail, which I never seen no proof of that or anything. So I don't know, man. This is just like a really wild situation. And the 1090 Jake video, to be honest, if you ask me, I think he waited too long to drop the video, because by the time he dropped the video, everybody already done said everything he said. The only thing he showed different was the guy in the Vlad TV interview. I mean, there wasn't really anything else different that he showed that everybody else didn't already blog on, which I guess that's his thing, though. You know what I mean? Like, he solidifies everything. Once he says it, then everybody knows it's official. But he didn't really say. He said this is where it's up to y'all as viewers to decide if y'all think that Big Meech told or not.
And Tammy's cooperation did not benefit Meech, but because of it, Cuffy's phone was wiretapped, and he was taken down as a result of them finding evidence and sentenced to 27 years.
So I wonder if it'll ever come out why Big Meech and Tammy fell out. Like I said, my theory is they fell out because Big Meech found out that she was setting the people up that he was hooking her up with to get him a time cut, and he didn't want her to do that, because he even said it there. He didn't want his name involved in the 1090 Jake video. He said he didn't want his name involved in any of the snitching shit. You know what I mean? And that might have been where he cut her off. We don't know. You know what I mean? And there's no way to really prove that Meech knew, other than him setting Cuffy up with certain people. But like I said, he might not have known what was really going on. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's why he did cut Tammy off. We really don't know. We do know that 50 Cent is putting this out, but 50 Cent could be putting all this out for more content and to keep this shit relevant, to keep the Big Meech situation relevant, because the views were down on BMF, and maybe he's just trying to get them back up for the next season. Who really knows at the end of the day? But if y'all like the video, hit like and subscribe, y'all. It's Hip Hop DJ D Turno 88. I'm out.